How's everyone doing? I'm going to knock out this challenge today, this Lost Soul, I'm Lost challenge. I'm going to have my wife and daughter walk up into the woods right near our house and follow a map with north, east, south, what was that, northeast, southwest directions, and to find certain trees that I tagged. And they're going to take some measurements and use a formula to determine how old that tree is, estimate, and then find a fact from the year it started growing. So if it was started growing in 1940, they got to find a fact from 1940. It's going to be pretty simple, maybe a mile all the way around. We have a pretty substantial woods by us, but the ticks have just been so bad this year that you can't hardly go out there without any of them getting on you, and I just don't want to risk my family. But we're going to deck them out, and these trails are pretty big, ATV trails, so they won't be in too much brush, but we'll see how it goes. Hope you guys enjoy it and maybe learn a little something. Let's get her going. Okay, here I am at tree number 1. I got trail start, cross small bridge, go southeast to the fallen log, which is right there, and they're going to walk across it to this big tree right there. So that's where I'm at. Let me go clear this out a little bit and put a little marker for them. Well, there it is. Here's my last marked tree. It's a pretty substantial oak. I'm going to work backwards and make sure she can follow all my directions. Hope you guys enjoy it. Alright, so I just finished marking the trees for the very last part. I'm walking through the woods right here now. You can kind of see a lot of pine. But I hope you guys can enjoy this and maybe kind of figure a little bit more to do when you're out in the woods. Kind of do a little bit of research and see what kind of trees are in your area and kind of get a feel for how old those trees are. Everyone looks at a tree and they're like, oh, I think it's big. That must be 1,000,000 years old. But as long as you know the species and you have a little chart there, you can come pretty close to figure out how old that tree is. But I want to go home here and kind of sit out the rest of the day and bring them back up here in the evening. They don't do the heat real well. It's hot. It's really hot today. I'm like 95, but gonna revise my map a little bit, make sure she can read it real well, because I know the rules. I can't help her. She's just got to read it and follow it. And my wife, she's extremely smart, but sometimes my English isn't that good. So hope you all enjoy this and get out and have some fun. So I'm gonna do a little spin around. Whoa!
Hello, I am Jocelyn Pruce, and thank you for helping me in the Lost Soul Challenge.
Don't move.
You will be following a simple map and compass directions to find tagged trees and use a bit of math to estimate the age. After the age is determined, find the fact from its birth year. Let's begin.
Alright, what's page 1 say? You gotta read. You gotta look at the map.
No. Alright. How to estimate a tree's age. Number 1, determine species. Number 2, measure up 4.5 feet from bottom. Number 3, measure around the tree at 4.5 feet.
Are you dancing?
No. I'm trying to figure out this.
Just read it.
4.5 feet to find the
circumference.
4, divide the circumference.
Circumference.
Circumference. Divide the circumference by pi 3.14 to find the diameter. Diameter. I can't.
Have you
say
heard these
anything.
words before?
Yes, it's just here cursive. I haven't seen stuff like this. Multiply the diameter by the species growth factor to achieve the estimate. The trees, number 1.
You don't have to read the Latin.
Okay. Growth factor 5.
What is it? Let me see. It's a lullaby pine.
It's a lullaby pine.
Red oak.
Red oak.
Tulip poplar.
Mm.
And here's a demonstration on how to do the math.
Yep.
Alright, turn the page. You see the growth factors? 5,
Yeah.
4, 5. Alright, bam, we get a shot of this. Here's your map. So you got to orient yourself.
Okay.
There's the trail start. Face that way. Now what direction does it say to go?
It says to go.
This is
South.
the estimation for southeast.
Yep.
See where it says kind of south, a little bit of east. So we're gonna head over here to the trail.
Okay.
Alright.
So the
It
creek is right there.
Mm-hmm.
Right there. So tree line.
See the tree line?
At fallen tree, turn east and walk across log to tree number 1.
Alright. Well, it looks like it's going to be a little bit of a walk, so.
Yeah.
Look, there's our bridge.
Yep. Dad, did you make this?
Did I make this? No, the other children of the woods did.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Look, here's all our wild grapes. Right there.
Wow.
That's about the only edible thing I found in this woods.
Really?
Pretty much. Lots and lots of grape, for sure. So what, you're on a lookout for a fallen log?
Fallen log, yeah.
Okay. Well, it says to follow this little creek, right?
Yeah.
So, and there should be a log over it.
Fallen log. Then we have to turn east.
I'm sure that phone compass is a little different than the one that I use. I'll help you.
Just a little.
It may be a little more exact than my cheap little compass.
Fallen log.
Alright, this is our fallen log. What does it say? Wait, I think there's a bigger one.
Yeah. East.
Alright, stop.
And walk across log to tree.
Does it face east?
Yep.
Pretty close to it.
That would be
Alright,
exactly.
go ahead and give me that stuff because you're going to need your hands. Put it in our awesome homemade purse here. Alright, let's walk over there. There's nothing any more dangerous than thorns right here, so watch your ankles.
Alright. Yeah, I'm just gonna walk by it because I don't have great balance.
Okay. Let me help you. Did you step right in the mud?
Yeah.
Good job.
There's a hole right now.
Here, come on, step up here. I'll hold your hand.
Yeah.
Ever just go slow. There you go. You're like a Russian gymnast.
That's about to fall.
You're okay. Just keep on going that way. Do you see a little red marker?
Need to get closer because I'm focused on
Okay.
what we're supposed to find for our first tree.
All right, there's our red marker. Go ahead and take it down. Pull her down. Should just be on a stick.
Ah. All right.
Have it. Now, get out your map.
Up right here.
Mm-hmm. Should look at the size of this beauty.
So, and I'm supposed to find a tree right about
This
here.
is tree number 1. Right here, tree number 1. 3, 2, 1. Okay, go ahead.
Alright, so we know it isn't a pine tree because there's no pine leaves like you see there.
Okay.
And it's not an oak because I don't see any acorns that have fallen beneath.
Okay. So what kind is it?
It's probably a tulip poplar.
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 Tulip poplar. You want to try to say the Latin name?
Oh gosh, no. Liriodendron tulip pifera.
Hey, it's better than my guess. All right, so let me set this camera down. Sorry, I keep getting like body shock. I'm gonna have to cut him out. I'm gonna set this down, and we're gonna measure the diameter here. Good thing about editing, I can cut out so much stuff. It really is. Okay. I'll start on this side. You walk over there. We have 15 feet.
15?
181. So go ahead and write that down. 181. So what was the circumference of this tree?
180 or 150. 181, oh my gosh.
181 inches.
Yep.
Okay, you want to use a calculator?
81 inches.
Remember how to do it?
I think I do. Pretty sure I would remember. Calculator. Alright. 3.14. No, I did it wrong.
Yeah, 181 divided by 3.14.
Equals
57.6. So go ahead and write down that math right there.
.14, and then 57.6.
Okay, so now you're going to multiply it by the growth factor.
Okay.
So what's the growth factor for the tulip population?
The growth factor is...
You gotta look. Which one was it?
It is 5.
Okay.
57.6 times 5.
Go ahead and use your calculator.
Alright. My gosh, it's so complicated. Doing 2 things at once in one hand. Alright, clear. 57.6 times 5 equals 288.
288 years.
288 years.
288 years is the rough estimate. So now let's subtract 288 from 2016. Minus 1728. 1728 is the estimated birth year for this tree.
Wow. Born 1728. Wow.
Wow.
That's a lot. That's older than...
I mean, that's just an estimate. But in real life, probably 1800, I would say. But still, these trees been around a while.
It has.
Absolutely. Stand next to it just so people can see how big it really is. Like, it's alright. That's how big that tree is. Alright. Move on. Moving on. Clean up our mess here. You go ahead and put your stuff in there. That book. That phone. Where we got to go to next?
We got... Alright, so... We've got
to orientate it right. We're here. So we gotta what? We gotta follow this creek for a minute. Up to a sewer cover.
Sewer cover?
Alright, lead the way, young child of mine. Oh, tape measure.
Yep. Wants to put that in.
No, it'll be a short trip back.
So, looks like we found our way on the trail again, so we're about here. Okay, so we gotta keep going forward until we find...
Looks like we got a creek, another little creek to jump, mud hole, and sewer cover.
Yep.
Let's go, Captain.
No. Well,
You did good. The rest of them are a little easier than that one. They really are.
all we gotta do is cross it. And it says mud hole, so this is probably it.
Does it say to go around it? Yes. I've thought of everything.
Whoa, turtle.
Oh, sweet turtle.
Hi, turtle.
What up, guys? We're just having fun.
I'm glad I didn't step on it.
Walk right over him.
And then, on the road again, there's the sewer cover. Here. And then go this way.
Go that way?
Yep. That's what it says.
Okay. Yeah, watch out for those little orb webs. They won't hurt you. Okay, now where's the next tree?
The next tree is... Turn to the southwest and take our trail
Now you gotta move the map.
Aha.
Aha! This one's it?
Yep. Looks like it. Because it has one of the tabs.
Yeah, it is.
Wow. Very barky.
Very what?
Barky.
Very barky.
I couldn't, like, really rough.
Alright, so let's look around here. What kind of tree do you think it is?
Well, can't see any acorns. I see a pine cone. No, no, pine. Not.
Well, don't go too far over there.
There's another pine cone, so I'm going to guess, because there's a million pine cones, that it's a pine tree.
Alright, what kind? Bee.
I'm not an expert like you, so I don't know.
Alright, so let's do this one.
Alright.
Try to set this down right here. Get out our tools.
Thank you.
Alrighty.
Alright.
Hopefully that'll hold that. It'd be kind of cool, but no. Kinda.
Really, we don't need the compass on Mom's phone.
Well, no, but it was just there for a reference.
Yeah.
Alright.
Ah.
Okay. You reach around and just grab it. Same as before.
Alright, got it.
Hold on, get it. 4.5 feet. Make sure it's not too twisted. Hey, I think we're twisted there. Numbers here.
Okay.
Got shoulder height. Oh, I didn't have a hold of it yet. Alright. What was it?
108, I think. That's wrong, isn't it?
The 103.
103.
Same math.
Ah! I'm
Like
not
that.
very good at remembering stuff.
Well, you remember your name, right?
Yes.
Well, that's pretty important.
103. My 3 is weird. Alright, so clear. So we got 103 divided by 3.14, which is equal to 32.8.
Okay, 32.8.
2.8.
What's the growth factor for a pine?
Pine is, my gosh, red oak, pine.
What number is it? 5?
5, yeah.
Alright.
So we've got to multiply 32.8. Well,
Just hit times 5. Just hit times 5.
Times 5, which is equal to
164 years.
164 years.
Nice.
I'm just writing numbers down on here, so.
That's fine, that's fine. Now, figure out what year. So, 2016 minus.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't do anything from there.
No.
You gotta start over.
Ay. So, 1, 6, 4.
No, 2016.
Ah, no.
You're going to end up with some crazy number.
16 minus 164, which is
Dun, 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 dun. 1852.
Gorn. This is only an estimate, so we don't know. 1852.
Wow.
I can't write right because I have a phone in my hand.
Alright, go stand next to it so we can kind of get an idea how big around it is. How big it is. It's like almost exactly this. Well, it's wider than you. Alright, where to next?
Alright.
What's the map say?
So,
this one's going to be a little harder.
Yeah.
I saved the best one for last.
Oh no.
It's oak tree.
It's an oak?
Uh-huh.
You tell me.
Now look around, we're in the middle of a pine forest. There's no oaks around us, so now we gotta go for a hike.
Okay, so
Where are we at? We're at number 2.
number 2.
So we have to turn it this way. And it looks like we follow this trail, and then we gotta make a left up high.
Yeah, and then tree number 3.
So what does it say? What were the words that I wrote? Turn to your southwest and take the trail. So wait, it says climb to the top of the hill. Start till you see the marker on your right side. So we're going to keep going up here until we see a marker. Here, let's put our stuff up.
This is actually not as hard as I thought it would be.
Well, no, I wasn't going to make it where you guys had to like find, I don't know, miniature baby trees. Alright, let's walk up this trail. Long walk. 5-mile hike. Well, up here we're on a pretty established trail. That was the thing. I mean, these trails are already here. So I didn't want you guys having to go. Yeah, sometimes there's spider webs. But these spiders are just little ones. They're not going to hurt you.
Yeah.
Well, seems like we have to go to the top of a hill. So, okay, get the phone out.
Yep.
So, if it said walk up the hill till you see the marker. Do you see a marker anywhere?
That's so far. Yep.
You see it?
Yep.
Alright. And it says turn south?
Yep.
Alright. Does that say south? Really? Pretty dead on, isn't it? Oh, it's trying to recalibrate.
Your phone might do this while you're trying to do the challenge.
Well, yeah, because we lost signal for a minute. That's why. It's kind of silly.
Alright, so south is right there.
Well, this is what way we're supposed to go. Now we have to turn. So it says head west.
Yep.
Alright.
Almost exactly west.
Alright. So this is our trail. So we gotta follow this until we see what?
Another mark.
Mark trees?
Yes.
Alright, you know what it means to mark a tree?
It pretty much just cuts in their bark.
Cuts in the bark. Okay. So we'll keep on enjoying this beautiful trail.
So when you see something that is a mark,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's a ways up, I promise. I made this part where you guys had to walk. Like it's about half mile. Well, including climbing up the hill, you know, and then getting to the oak tree, it's about a half mile. Look at the spider web up here. It's right here hanging on this one. You see it? Wow. Karate chop! Well, the best part is that they're only spiders. You're only surrounded by like 5 million spiders right now in the woods. Is that making you enjoy the woods anymore?
Just a little bit.
10 million.
Well, it's a little.
Well, like I said, spiders aren't really your enemy unless you're in their area.
Yeah.
And if they have webs, more likely you're going to be fine. Alright, I'm going to tell you now, this trail starts to turn. So does it say to start looking for marked trees now?
It pretty much does.
Alright, so do you notice any trees with any cuts in them? Let's walk up a little farther.
Just a little rectangle right there.
Alright.
So I guess we have to keep going right there.
Do you see more marked trees?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
There's small trees, but they're marked.
Alright, well take your time and make sure you watch where you're going. You like my trap?
What?
You like my trap?
Wow.
I knew.
Marked.
Marked?
It hasn't gone like really to the right. Marked.
Yeah.
Marked. You can definitely see that one is marked. I think there's a snail there.
Yeah, there's some kind of little bug.
Yeah.
Sweet, it's going to turn to amber.
Oh wow, something happened there.
That's a pine tree, and when it has a wound, it bleeds that resin.
Wow.
Just like you would bleed blood.
Mark.
You sure? Because look ahead of you.
Yep, mark this way.
That's just a broken branch off that one.
Definitely mark.
Okay, so what does the map say? Where are we at?
So, follow marked trees. At last marked trees, you left and look for markers.
It says at the last marked tree, stand with it on your left and look for marker.
So, this is the last tree.
Well, I see one more up in front of you. That forked one. See that tree with the crotch? So go put that one on your left. Your other left. Bless your heart. Alright. So put your left shoulder on there. Now do you see a marker anywhere? BAM! Alright. That's where we're going. Yep.
You could go that way.
This way is probably best. Can you see all the... Do you see anything changing right here in the leaves?
Definitely. They're a lot more spiky.
Spiky leaves?
Some are smooth.
Yeah. We're coming into oak territory. Definitely oak territory. Notice the lack of acorns?
Yes.
Yes. The squirrels ate them all.
Well, they either buried them for winter, or they ate them.
So, alright, here's our tree. Set this one down here. Yeah, I put 2 on there because it was my last one. Yeah. Well, this one's kind of a little more out in the off the trail. I mean, you're not on the trail. Put that stuff down.
Put them in here.
doing all by yourself?
Yes.
Alright.
So, 96 inches. Calculator. So it's 96 inches. So that means clear 96 divided by 3.14, which is equal to 30.5. 30.5. Then we have to look at the multiplying digit. But then we have to identify what it is. But I can tell that it's an oak, because I have very well seen an oak before, and it's the last one on the list.
It's pretty smooth bark, not real rugged.
Yeah.
Lots of oak leaves. It's very pointy, you're correct. Okay. What was the growth factor?
4 times 4 equal to 122 years old.
122. That makes pretty good sense too, because look at the other trees around here. They all look really skinny, right?
Yeah, which means they're younger?
Well, they grow a little bit slower. The oak tree, or the pine trees like this, you can tell this area had probably been cut down once before.
Yeah.
And it had started growing back about 20 years ago. So you can see some of these other oak trees are pretty substantial.
Yeah.
So what? 100, what's the birth date?
So if we put 2016, then minus 122. Do it. Come on. Minus 122, which is equal to 1,894.
1894. Nice.
1894.
Very cool.
Yeah.
What do you think about these trees now?
Well,
Now that you know you can guesstimate the age of them, how does that make you feel when you see a big tree now?
I feel smart.
You feel smart?
I feel smart that I have a dad like you that helped me do this, because other people at my school probably can't.
Want to go stand next to the tree for a minute?
Alright.
I always think it's kind of amazing when you see a big tree, it kind of puts it in perspective now.
I'm about 5'1".
5'1", and that tree is about 120 feet high.
Yeah.
Alright. I want to say thank you, my daughter, for doing the Lost Soul Challenge.
No problem.
Alright.
Hi, I'm back with some facts about when the trees were born. So, the first one was the poplar, and it was born in 1728. And that's when Frederick, Prince of Wales, arrives in Britain when he's 21, but he might have brought the brown rat to Britain too. And the pine was born in 1852. And the fact is, Uncle Tom's Cabin was published. And the last one was the oak tree, which was one of the biggest, I think. And that's the time when the first Greek language was published in the U.S. And that's when it began.
What year?
1894.
Alright, very good.